Yo, what is up, YouTube? Hope y'all having a fantastic Wednesday. Good news for us for the eval to funded series. We have officially passed these accounts. We are back at 5 fundeds. As you can see, this is DoorDash money. Love me some DoorDash. So yeah, we back at 5 funded accounts, which is absolutely amazing. We're gonna go ahead and talk about this trade that I took. But before we get into that, I kind of wanted to talk about just prop firms in general and how to approach. Um, so we all know prop firms are profitable, get their revenue, etc., from emotional traders who don't have an edge, who traders who to they make money off of traders who are trying to rush the process. They make money off of traders who don't have their psychology in check and love to gamble and love to revenge trade and just pattern trade in risk for value gaps because they see someone on Twitter who's making who made 6K in one day and you're just like, bro, like I want to be making 6K in one day. So you over leverage and you get cooked and you blow your account, and it's just an endless cycle. And then like you're restarting your accounts or you're buying more accounts, and it's just like that, right? Prop firms make their money like that, right? From emotion, trying to rush the process, and just overall not being, prepared. And don't get me wrong, I've been there, man. When I first started, I was definitely that kind of guy to just keep swiping and swiping. Um, and over time, I learned, and I tell a lot of people who want to get into this trading stuff, is if you're first starting, I advise you to just keep the account as long as you can, trade small in size, and just learn. Just overall learn, try to find yourself, because in paper, when you're paper trading, you don't really get that emotion, right? There's no real psychology. You know in your head that it's just paper money, right? There's no actual real attachment to the outcome, right? But compared to buying an eval, like you spent $100, you spent $100, so now you kind of there's some more emotion, right? Because you spent something out of your pocket to pay for this account. Um, Now, if I was a beginner trader and I tell all those people who are kind of just want to get into beginner traders, I'm telling like, yeah, I trade prop firms, and they're like, oh wow, you pay $100 and then you pass an eval and you have the potential of making thousands. Yeah, you do, but definitely harder than it seems. 100% harder than it seems. Easier said than done. That is literally the definition of easier said than done. And I tell them now, I don't know if they're gonna listen to me. But like I have a buddy who like wanted to start into trading. I told him, hey, you're gonna buy a Top Step account, or and I told him you can paper trade. Go ahead and paper trade. If you don't want to be paper trading, buy a Top Step account. It's user friendly. You don't have to pay for the Trading View subscription, CME or whatever. You can literally chart on Project X. It's $100. Now you're spending $100. What I want you to do is I want you to study, build your strategy, build conviction. I want you to, forward test and just, slowly develop yourself to be a trader, really structure yourself and mature as a trader. Um, but now this is the part that gets to people is I tell them you're going to be taking 2 trades. And if you want to keep forward testing, you're going to be tape rating. I kind of just explain to them what tape rating is. But your 2 trades are going to be low in size. Low in size. So that means like 1 or 2 micros. Why? Why do I tell them that? Well, you're new. Um, I want you to, you know, build conviction. I want you to build yourself as a trader. I want you to build your strategy. I want you to build your psychology, like mental altitude or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Like I want you to build yourself. So that's what I'm telling you. Take 2 trades. Like if you lose 2 trades with 2 micros, it's barely going to affect the account. Now, it is completely up to them. I'm not going to hold them accountable. I'm literally telling them, right? Because this is something I wish I should have done, or that I wished someone told me instead of me going in with one fucking mini and trying to pass an account, and just keep swiping the credit card. No, 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 no. I wish someone told me to do this because I'm telling you, like the $100 from Top Step definitely adds up. Definitely adds up. I promise you. And if you're that kind of person who resets like 3 times within a day, that's $300 in one day, bro. And it's barely Monday. You get what I'm saying? So I wish someone had told me this. So like if you're new and you're gonna be, you're getting into this trading stuff and you're trading prop firms, you have to make sure you're taking it slow, 2 trades max, 1 or 2 minis. I mean 1 or 2 micros, because I don't know what the math is, but I'm pretty sure you have to lose like, I don't know, like 8 trades in a row or something to actually blow the accounts. And a lot of people tell me like if you're new and you pass an account in 2 days, that's not really impressive. Like it's just not impressive. It's just not. The reason why it's not impressive because there's a beginner's luck factor, 100%. There's a beginner's luck factor. You definitely could have gotten lucky and got 1,500 on 2 days, and you're probably taking some bullshit ass trade, right? Like there's just it just doesn't make sense. Compared to someone who's new and they passed an account over a course of 2 months, that would be impressive, right? So that kind of just displays that they're able to hold an account for 2 months. Whether it's just like win-win, loss-loss, win-win-win, loss, win-win, loss-loss. You get what I'm saying? But the fact that they got there to the point where they were able to preserve their capital long enough for them to reach that profit goal, that is 100% more, it's just, that's more impressive to me compared to just someone passing an account in 2 days. If you're new, remember, this is talking about if you're new. Now, if you're complaining like, oh, like I want to be profitable, like why am I only trading 1 or 2 micros? I want to be like I want to pay out. Like life is rough right now. I want to pay out. I need money. I can't be trading 1 or 2 micros. I'm gonna tell you, Buck, right now, bro, you're cooked. This is not how that shit works. I mean, you could go buy a signal service and just full port your accounts and just pray for the best. I mean, that's completely up to you. You do what you want. But if you're talking to me and you're telling me that, I'm gonna just tell you you're cooked. That's just not how shit works around here. It's really not. People have to understand that this is actually a process game and a scaling game, right? Why am I disconnected? Right? If someone tells me that, I just tell them, yeah, no, bro, you're cooked. And they're like, but I want to be profitable. I want to chase. I see some guys on Twitter making thousands off a Top Step. I want to be like that. Yeah, bro, stay in your own lane first, though. Maybe eventually you could get there, but stay in your own lane, worry about yourself. Because like, listen, like the new person who passes the Express account in 2 days, probably got like lucky. When he gets to the actual Express account, tell me, if he is that account gonna last him a week? Fuck no. Fuck no, it's not. I promise you it's not. That account is not going to last him shit. Compared to someone who passed an account over the course of 20 months, over the course of 2 months, that Express account is probably going to last him longer compared to the person who passed the eval in 2 days. Right? And I always talk about this too. Like, there's a different psychology barrier from eval to Express, because at Express you actually get the opportunity to make some cash, right? Compared to eval, is kind of just a simulation thing where you're kind of just getting evaluated. Um, so the person who took their time over 2 months and passed the account, to me, is going to have a better and longer experience on their first Express account, right? Because they've kind of they've been careful, maybe they've been back testing a little bit, forward testing, they've been building conviction on what works and what's not, compared to someone who passes it in 2 days and got lucky, and they're just like, oh wow, this shit's easy. Oh yeah, wow, I passed it in 2 days. Yeah, this shit's light work. Look at the trade I took. Gets it funded and it's fucking gone, right? It's cooked. um so yeah, so I wish that's something someone would have told me. It's just, if you're new, buy a eval and just trade very slow and just learn, right? Like, You're not against time. No one's rushing you. You have nothing to prove. You have everything to prove to yourself, but not to anyone else, right? Um. So yeah, I mean, that's for definitely if you're like a beginner. Now, if you are, somewhat of a intermediate trader, you kind of just already know what you're doing. You got in a few payouts. Um, I just think the best thing to do is just trade normally. It's just trade normally. Like I passed these four accounts. I mean, these five accounts in 4 days, and I was just trading normally. The first day, I did size up a little bit, just to get that 1,500 mark. But for the most part, if you look at the trades I took, they're all pretty normal trades I would have taken on a regular funded account, right? So just trade normally. You can't be letting that factor of, oh, I need to get back to where I was. I had five express accounts. I need to get back there by the end of this week, and you're trying to pass accounts within 2 days, and you're again, this is you rushing the process. As soon as you start to rush the process, that's when things are going to go south, right? You need to go at your own pace, go at what suits you best, and just let everything come to you, right? You trade normally, you wake up, you do the same thing that you do every day, trade. And then you're gonna eventually pass the account. Now it might take a week, okay, but who cares, all right? Because I literally just paid $500. It's like, listen to me, listen to me on this. Let's say I, let's say I bought this account on Monday, right? Oh, I need to get back to where I was by the end of this week. I had five express accounts. Oh, blah 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 blah. Okay, you buy these accounts, and since I'm trying to rush the process, since I want to get back to where I was, I'm taking some random inverse for value gap trade that cooks me, and now I blow the account. So now on Monday, I'm down 500. And I'm like, damn, like I really want to get back to where I was. So I buy another five. Now I'm down $1,000. And it's Monday. I am down $1,000 and it's Monday. You get what I'm saying? I hope you guys are understanding what I'm saying. Like this stuff adds up and it can really kill you, right? And you won't realize it until like at the end of the trading session, you're like, wait, how many evals did I just buy today? And then like because you just get into that groove of like, damn, like I want to get back to where I was. I want to get back to where I was. Bro, literally just take your time, let everything come to you, trade normally, and you're gonna be good. Right? Who said you need to get back to where you were at the end of the week? Like no one, again, you have nothing to prove to anyone else. You have everything to prove to yourself. Literally just trade normally, and yeah. Like if you've gotten a payout before, that should be more than enough to tell you that a good payout, not like some bullshit you've been gambling and potentially been getting lucky. I mean a good payout, like where you followed your rules, your system look your all your trades kind of look identical, blah 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 blah. That should be more than enough to prove to yourself that you're able to actually do the right things in order for you to actually get a payout. Right? That same like ideology and mindset should be applied to the eval. Right, because now you're back at square one. There's a little bit more tension because now you're back at square one, and now you have to get back to where you were, or you want to get back to where you were, but also now it comes at a cost, right? It comes at a $500 cost, and if I blew these accounts on Monday and I reset them, I'm down 1,000. It's barely Monday, right? And then coming into Tuesday, and by the end of the week, who knows? I might have passed those accounts, or but maybe by Tuesday I blow them again. So now I'm like, damn, do I want to buy another 500, another five accounts? That means that means I've spent 1,500 within 2 days, Monday and Tuesday. Right now, it's completely up to you. I know some people who copy trade. They buy three accounts. They copy trade them, get those expressed, and it's kind of like a practice run, right? Like, oh, can I prove to myself? Because it's better to spend. Let's be honest, it's better to spend 300 compared to 500, right? It's a $200 difference. Um, or I think they copy trade two accounts instead of three. But whatever, it's like a practice run, and they're like, it kind of is like, oh, like okay, I'm trading good on eval. Like I have like my emotion in check. I'm kind of not rushing the process. And then when they get those accounts to express accounts, they'll go back buy another two or three depending on how many you bought the first time. Um, to a total equal five, right? and so you copy trade the rest, and you get those funded. So now you have a total of five, right? So that first run was just like kind of as a test to where like, oh, I'm back on eval. Hopefully, like I'm trading normally still, and like nothing's really changed. So that's kind of like a practice run, and then you get those express accounts, and you're like, oh wow, okay, well I'm trading fine. Let me go ahead and buy the rest, so I can have a total of five, and you buy those, right? So that's also another approach some people do like to take. Um, so yeah, which is perfectly fine, whatever suits you best. Um, so that's kind of one of the things I wanted to mention. Just so just how to tackle prop firms. Now, if you're someone who's getting payouts, um, it's kind of just a reinvestment, right? Like payout money, you're buying more evals, and hopefully you're not being a complete dumbass and kind of just trying to rush the process, and you actually trade properly. Um, because again, I mean, you're still spending money. It might not be your money, but it's money that you worked hard for, right? It's money that you worked hard for. You worked hard for that payout. You've been through so much stuff, you've been through so much stress and blah 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 blah. You worked hard for that payout, and you're paying 500 for more evals from your payout money, right? Right. Money is money, don't get me wrong, but it's just more of a reinvestment, right? So that's when the whole business cycle starts to come, right? If you're treating this prop firm stuff as a business, and using that that payout money as a reinvestment to buy more evals, I think that's the best way to actually approach this prop firm stuff. I don't know if you guys know who Diego is, but he's gotten some payouts, and then like every time he blows an account, or every time he blows accounts, he buys more evals with his prop firm money, and he also has affiliation codes and stuff like that. um so I mean, yeah, like it is all a process, right? Like from start to finish, from when you're a beginner all the way to when you get payouts and you start to cycle that payout money for more evals, right? There is a big gap though, right? There is a big gap. Again, easier said than done. You pay for an eval, you pass it, you get payouts, and then you could buy whatever you want, or you could buy more evals and expand your capital, right? Easier said than done, but people like, it's a huge gap, right? There's a huge gap from when you're a beginner all the way to you treating it as a business, and you start to cycle and reinvest that money into more evals, right? But yeah, that's just something a lot of people, I don't think a lot of people tend to talk about, so I kind of just want to mention it. I wish someone had told me in the very beginning that evals definitely benefit from shitty traders, and traders who don't have their psychology in check, who think this is like a get rich quick type of thing. um yeah, I wish someone told me like, two micros, you just learn, take the process, learn slowly. Definitely would have saved me a lot of money and a lot of stress. But yeah, so for the most part, kind of wanted to just touch up on that. Super stoked we past the five accounts. Yeah, and then a quick little trade recap. I mean, overnight session, if you watched yesterday's video, we were pretty up. This is like a 300 point expansion move, by the way. No, this is like 1,000 points. Sorry, yeah, 1,000 point expansion move. I think we did have news today. We're just super high up in premium, so I was kind of just waiting for us, kind of just take some sell side and see what would happen. Um, we ended up taking some sell side, and I see this internal 1 minute model with this inverse for value gap sitting right over here. Kind of just retraced back into it. Um, saw this singular inversion inside of this little gap, pretty much entered off of this. Um, and then, we have a bunch of choppy, not the best low resistance liquidity, but for the most part, it was definitely more than enough to meet my fund. I just had 500 left for the evals to be passed, so it was more than enough to pass the accounts, which is sick. Just a simple trade. Again, I did not wake up in the morning to be trading this. It's just very choppy, and we're just super high up in premium, and we had news at 11. So I was kind of just like, damn, I'm gonna go back to bed. Um, I saw that I woke up, saw that we took out the sell side, saw this reaction off of the sell side. Kind of liked it. Um, at least internally, right? Right? Internally, I liked it. And then yeah, so rest was pretty much history. Hey, thank y'all so much for If you stuck all the way to the end of this video, much love. I will see y'all in the next video. Peace, peace.